Hello, today we will be talking about Poppy Playtime story. What happened so far? Let's get right into it. The player arrives at the abandoned Playtime COC factory, once a famous toy company. After a decade of silence, they receive a mysterious videotape with a cryptic message. Find the flower. Inside the factory, the player finds the grab pack, a special device with two mechanical hands used to manipulate objects. Soon, they encounter Huggy Wuggy, the company's main mascot. At first, Huggy appears as a lifeless toy, but after activating the factory's power, he comes to life and begins to hunt the player. The chase leads through the factory's ventilation system, culminating in a dramatic battle where the player manages to push Huggy into an abyss. In the final room, the player discovers Poppy, an old porcelain doll locked in a glass case. After freeing her, she softly says, "You opened my case." Poppy now communicates with the player, promising to help them escape. However, a new threat emerges. Mommy Longlegs, a pink, spider-like toy with elastic limbs. She kidnaps Poppy and forces the player to participate in 3 deadly games inside the Playtime COC game station. The challenges include musical memory and memory game with Bunzo Bunny, where mistakes result in death. Whack-a-Wuggy, a whack-a-mole style game with smaller Huggy Wuggies emerging from tunnels. Statues, a red light. Green light game featuring PJ Pugapilla, a giant caterpillar dog hybrid. After surviving the games, Mommy Longlegs turns against the player, leading to a final battle. The player ultimately defeats her by trapping her in a crushing machine. As she dies, a mysterious mechanical hand appears and drags away her remains. To the end, Poppy appears different, either manipulated or changed, as she suddenly alters the train's course. The screen fades to black as the player crashes in an unknown location. After the train crash, the player wakes up in Playcare, the factory's abandoned orphanage. Before they can escape, they are confronted by a new monster. Catnap, a feline-like toy with hypnotic abilities. He throws the player into a garbage disposal, forcing them to survive the factory's underbelly. The player soon finds an old toy telephone and receives guidance from a mysterious voice named Ollie, who warns them about Catnap, the guardian of Playcare. Along the way, the player upgrades their Grab Pack 2.0 and reunites with Kissy Missy and Poppy, who reveal more about the factory's dark history. The player faces new enemies including Mr. Light, a robotic teacher enforcing deadly lessons, Dog Day, a terrifying dog-like toy. As they navigate through hallucinations and mind games caused by Catnap, they uncover that Prototype 1006, a mysterious and powerful entity, has been controlling the factory and manipulating the toys. The final battle takes place against Catnap, who reveals that he worships the Prototype as a god. After a tense fight, the player defeats Catnap, but Prototype takes possession of his body, making the victory short-lived. In a final revelation, Poppy shows the player a recording of the Hour of Joy, an event that happened 10 years ago when Prototype commanded the toys to slaughter all factory employees. Now, they must stop Prototype before he takes full control. The player finds themselves trapped in an underground prison, where they are forced to undergo tests by an OS system known as the Doctor. They acquire a new light hand grab pack upgrade and evade Yarnaby, the Doctor's loyal monstrous servant. While escaping, the player meets Dewey the Doman, a friendly toy allied with Poppy. He leads them to Safe Haven, a hidden security room where Poppy and a wounded Kissy Missy are waiting. Poppy reveals that the orphans from Playcare are still alive, but they are asleep in Prototype's lair. The team devises a plan to destroy Prototype and rescue the children using explosives. As the player works with Dewey to disable the Doctor, it's revealed that he was once Dr. Hardy Sawyer, a scientist who transferred his consciousness into the factory system. The player fights through numerous obstacles and acquires the Omni Hand, which allows them to override factory controls. However, Prototype reveals that he had been manipulating Ollie's voice all along, using him to gain Poppy's trust. The situation worsens when Prototype detonates explosives in Safe Haven, leading to tragic consequences. In the chaos, Dewey loses control and transforms into a monstrous form, forcing the player to fight him. After an intense battle, Dewey is defeated, but the player is trapped in an underground lab. As the screen fades to black, Huggy Wuggy reappears, signaling that the nightmare is far from over. And that's it. The full Poppy Playtime story has been explained. Thank you for watching and see you in another video.